Welcome to Archetypal Atrocities, the show where we play bottom-of-the-barrel Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes. Each week, Jules and myself will spin a wheel to determine what archetype we'll be playing for that week. In addition, we'll open 3 specially curated packs and pick a card from each of those packs to use in the deck for that week. We are allowed to play staples, but only if they support the archetype we get, and we can only play 1 copy of them in our decks. The winner of each week will get an extra pack they open for the next episode, while the loser will get to spin a loser wheel with multiple results on it, such as choosing your opponent's deck or moving an archetype from your wheel. The loser will also be able to play 2 copies of a staple as opposed to just 1. Now that that's out of the way, let's dig into some trash. Alright, well, we lost last week. Honestly, we probably weren't going to win with Motronics when the synchro line for the Hayakasis just beats up our entire deck. It was a pretty rough matchup with a pretty bad deck in general, but hopefully the loser wheel will help us win a little bit better this week, and we get to pick our opponent's archetype. Okay, that's good for us. Okay, but before we pick Jules' archetype, let's see what we're going to be wind up playing with this week to see what's going to happen. Might contribute into what we pick for her. And it looks like we will be playing... Oh, no.
Well, we're starting right here at the packs this week because our deck has been chosen for us. And we're on Magnet Warrior, which I'm honestly not that upset about. I had been given Magnet Warrior, and then my first thought was, you know what? I've been kind of wanting to mess with the Varen Sylphs in TCG anyway, so I wound up, testing out a TCG build of Magnet Warriors, which is terrible and not playable in this show, obviously, but I do probably know more about how the Magnet Warriors function more than most archetypes on the wheel. So in a way, I feel somewhat capable. Like, the electromagnetic warriors are fine, so maybe we'll put something together. But we'll first see how our packs go. And our first pack gives us a reasoning, which, I really can't be too upset about that. Pack number 2. Hi, Ghost Ogre. I think I might want the Cowboy, though, realistically. I don't know. This is... Because, the Magnet Warriors have no extra deck of their own, and they're kind of, decent at spamming out material, so it is a bit unfortunate they just don't have anything to go into besides their main deck boss monsters. So, I'm not 100%, but I probably will take the Gaga Cowboy here, because I think the idea of me making a rank 4 might be better than potentially drawing the 1 of Ghost Ogre, because there are some level 4 Magnet Warriors. This is possible, so yeah, we'll see. Pack number 3. Well, hey, there's an Ash Blossom, too. We'll probably take that one, yeah. I mean, now I'm kind of more into the Ghost Ogre, because now it's I'm running 2 hand traps, so it's something. And since we did win last week, we do get pack number 4. And, hey, that's a Link Monster. I'll take that one. Yeah, I'll take a Saryuya.
Alright, here we are. Get back open to our pack opening. Cyberjoe is immediately pretty solid. We are playing Unions. ABC, rather, which I mean, same tomato. So Cyberjoe is actually a pretty nice way to get a lot onto the battlefield since we're mostly going to be playing monsters, so Cyberjoe is actually pretty good, and we're going to play 2 of them. Alright, on to pack number 2. Anything cool? Monster Reborn is very good, actually, especially because, again, we are playing Union monsters, and they kind of need all of them to be on the field. So if one gets removed, having a way to bring it back and be able to play 2 of these, probably playing the Monster People, and that is not bad at all. And, of course, our last pack of the opening, Upstarts. Probably realistically we're going to take... ABC has no level 8, so Trading's pretty much useless. Night Beams, we know we put Jules on Magnet Warriors. They don't really have back row, so Night Beam's not really good. Neither is Retaliating Sealed. CC rather. Sealed and Sword is funny, but we're probably not going to be playing that. Upstart's probably definitely the way to go. Sangan maybe is fine? I don't know, we'll see what we play.
Magnets, how do they work? The answer is poorly. But you know what? That's fine. Magnet Warrior is a deck that really just doesn't do a lot by itself. It can be a resource engine for summoning out things. I have made some pretty dumb boards with Magnet Warriors. However, they also require me playing Varen Sylphs and Adamancipators too, which, if you're familiar with either of those decks, you know that they did a lot of the heavy lifting, and the magnets were mainly there because they were just a bunch of conveniently leveled bodies to make Barone and some other bullshit. But in this format, I can't do that. I've got to play these magnets as pure as humanly possible, and that means we're playing some garbage. Basically, we're trying to max out on being able to get out Berserkion and Valkyrion, which are two very strong, for their time, main deck boss monsters. Berserkion, in general, is the main one we're going to be going for. It's not the hardest to get out. It just requires us to open a way to get to it. And without the Varen Sylphs or the Adamancipators to kind of help get us ahead on summons and searching and just finding the things we need, our hands are going to be a lot more reliant on opening up the magnet spell cards, or realistically, just a lot of fucking luck. We do have some consistency tools. There are some generic rock options we were able to slot in, even some bad ones. And in general, our pack cards were okay. Oh, actually, this reminds me. I wanted a Saryuya, didn't I? Yeah, because I have only 3 pack cards in here. So, some live editing. There we go. Yeah, because we have 2... Actually, no, because the Reasoning was also a pack card. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not accidentally stealing an extra pack card. Alright, yeah, I looked back, and I do prefer the Hand Trap over the Cowboy. Now that we have Saryuya, I think that's just generally going to be the thing we try to dump our material into. We do have level 4s. We could make Cowboy, and if Cowboy for game does kind of, show up at some point and we miss it, it's really unfortunate, but I don't think it's the end of the world. We're also running Gallant Granite because it is generic, and it is not going to grab us very much. In a more open build of a rock deck, Gallant Granite is really crazy because he can find you anything like the Barrier Statue to just whatever little play starter or extender you need. But here, it's basically going to find us I don't know, whatever name electromagnetic warrior we're missing. It's not great. But yeah, this is the list. I don't feel confident we're going to win, but hopefully we'll at least put out a fun showing. And yeah, magnets.
Here we are, so we're playing XYZ. We are playing an ABC core because A, they're good just generic Union Sport monsters, but also so we can try and summon A to Z Dragon Buster Cannon. We do have the ABC Dragon Buster in the extra deck. I'm not really trying to summon this for its effect, and I'm really only going to summon it if I can go into A to Z Dragon Buster Cannon, because, I mean, that'd be too funny not to. ASR Core, so these all kind of have an effect where you can equip them. That's the Union monster thing. ASR Core, when it's into the graveyard, you can add a Union monster from your graveyard to your hand. Buster Drake gets one from your deck to your hand, and then Wyvern is, you can also summon a Union monster from your hand. We are playing the 2-pack Cyberjaw, so again, we're all kind of a monster mass deck. Also, we kind of want to have as many names on the field as possible because that helps us get to our fusion monsters. They all need to be contact fused. Too honest, just because we have pretty low stats, so having a way to get an attack boost is pretty nice, and it's a decent enough body. 2 Sangan touches out pretty much the entire deck except for the V Tiger Jet pretty much and the extra head cannon, but it touches out pretty much every Union monster that's not Union Driver, so it's worth playing, I think. Speaking of Union Driver, pretty much if it would be destroyed, yada yada, it would script to the monster. You can banish this card to just pretty much substitute it with a different Union monster. White Catapult, if a monster would be destroyed, it pretty much just gains 400 attack and defense wherever it's given to. And the White Head, it also gives it attack and defense, and you can also, both these, you can destroy this card instead of the card it's equipped to. The Metal Tank, pretty much a monster equipped to this card, gains 600 attack and defense, and then the same effect. They are the V Tiger Jet and the X Head Cannon are both just vanilla monsters. Fusion Deployment lets us reveal a fusion monster from an extra deck and special summon from either hand or deck a fusion material listed on that card, but we can only special summon fusion monsters, and we can only use this effect once per turn. 2 Monster Reborn, again, we need specific names on a battlefield, so it's kind of why a way to keep the pressure up. Unauthorized Reactivation, you can target Machine Monster and it's pretty much equipped a Union Monster directly from the deck. It can't be special summoned that turn, but that's fine because it doesn't need to be. Monster 2 Contact Fuse, you just have to send the card you control to the graveyard. 3 Union Hanger, because it's a Union archetype. Activation, just add a Light Machine Union, and then once per turn, if a Light Machine Union is normal special summon, you can equip an appropriate Light Machine Union monster with a different name from that monster directly from your deck. 2 XYZ Combined. This card's pretty bad, but we need to fill out our deck with slots somehow. If a Light Machine Union monster is banished, we can special summon either X, Y, or Z, one of the XYZs, and then we can also return 1 fusion monster from the extra deck to special summon up to 2 of our banished monsters with different names among X, Y, and Z. Buddha Border Gear Force, pretty much on the player monster that causes attack. If you all face up machine monsters, it's pretty much just a mirror force, so it's kind of just generic monster support, machine support rather. In the side we have 3 XYZ Hyper Cannon in case you need to take anything out. We must control XYZ Dragon Cannon, or a few monsters on the list to use its effect. And then during our turn we can target a banished region monster and put it on the bottom deck to draw a card. Or during the opponent's turn we can discard any number of cards to destroy that many cards. So it's pretty much kind of like a soft mulligan for us on our turn, just a free pop on the opponent's turn. Here we are, it's episode 31 of Archetypal Atrocities. We got another themed episode, which I'm excited about. I already know you're on the Magnet Warriors, which...
Yes.
Yet another Duel Links archetype.
Magnet Warriors are interesting. As you knew beforehand, when you assigned me the deck, I was like, I'll mess around with it, and wound up playing with them in like TCG. This deck is nowhere near as good as that deck, obviously. Don't have access to, other archetypes or Baronne de Fleur. I thought I could have tried to sneak in Baronne, but I think you'd have probably noticed that wasn't a Magnet Warrior card.
Yeah, I don't think they own a single extra deck card. I've been confused when I saw it immediately.
Yeah, I did throw in a few, of the generic ones.
Yeah.
I had to stretch. Good old Mrs. Radiant showing up today.
Everyone's favorite. And everyone's favorite game, the rock, paper, scissors.
Ooh, that was a cutting argument.
Oh.
You rocked me.
Got it.
Paper pun.
I don't actually know to go first or second, to be honest with you.
Valid. Honestly, I don't know if there's a right answer any episode, honestly. I feel like we just confirmation bias ourselves into thinking we picked right or wrong.
Yeah.
Somehow we do.
I think it was...
These matchups feel very, somehow it doesn't matter sometimes.
Yeah. I don't think they could OTK even in Duel Links, so I think going first is safe here for the setup.
Yeah. Okay, this is a hand.
This is also a hand. So this doesn't immediately read what I'm playing, and it might make sense as to why I put you on Magnet Warriors once I activate this.
Oh boy.
I will activate the Union Hanger.
Uh-huh.
To add the...
This is very fitting.
The two, Voltron ripoffs. And Kaiba and Yugi, it's 2 themes in 1.
Yeah. I can't believe I actually like a Yugi archetype. But, I do like Magnet Warriors. I'm so... At the shop in the bulk I was sorting recently, we had an original secret rare alpha the Magnet Warrior, but it's so damaged. It just beat up to shit. I was so sad.
That's tragic. Well then, normal summon both cards at Union Monster, and then the other reasons. The Bee Buster Drake. Since I normal summon a normal monster, I can equip one directly from my deck with a different name. And that is how we will get the Y onto this into rotation. Yep, that will be that.
Okay. Oh no, my hubris! I had to fill slots, and I was like, I won't draw it. I just won't draw it, and I drew it. Well, actually, I mean, it's not the worst. But I really would have preferred to draw something that actually does something. And not a garnet.
Well, it helps you feel better. Half my deck is garnets.
Yeah, I'm in a similar spot, truth be told.
Yeah, actually, that's right.
Magnet Warriors are kind of cool in TCG. Not good. I want to stress this. Not good, but cool. Because when combined with engines like Baron Sylph or Adamantimator, they do represent a lot of free material that you can flex into different things.
Right.
But they don't really have any of that here, so it's I'm just looking at all of the starts to lines I could have done. But, no, we have a line here. Yeah. We're going to normal summon... This one we don't play too often in the actual TCG build, but Epsilon Magnet Warrior. If he's normal, I can foolish a Magnet Warrior and then he becomes its name, basically.
Okay. Never seen this card before. I thought I knew them
Yeah.
all.
Sadly, I don't get his other effect because he is the first summon, but I do get to basically entomb. Where is he? The best one, my boy Gamma, the electromagnetic warrior.
Yep.
I will activate magnetic field.
Okay.
I will special summon the level 4 lower magnet warrior in my graveyard.
Yep.
So I will summon out Gamma in defense. Since Gamma was specialed, I can summon a magnet warrior from hand, and I will special summon out Alpha, the electromagnetic warrior.
Okay.
Not banish top deck. No. Come on. Back to top of deck. And then we will. Where is he? The boy, the one, the only, Berserkion to hand.
So, dueling special, yeah.
You know her, you love her.
The classic.
So now my alpha is a 22.
Yep.
Yu-Gi-Oh! At its finest, everyone.
I mean, I guess it goes either way. Yeah. I'll use the effect to protect by destroying that instead.
Mm-hmm. Sure, and sadly, this is Radiant. Actually, no, she counts herself. Nice. She's 19, technically.
Yep. Take 400, and I'll activate Drake's effect to add a union monster from deck to hand. We'll add W Wing to hand. Alright.
Alright, into... End turn.
Alright. Go stand by me. That's a funny draw. Okay. It doesn't help there's like a fusion for everyone individually.
Right, yeah, I don't have that problem. I just have, can I find Berserkion? If not, can I find Valkyrion? If not, I guess I'll probably die.
Alright, I know what to do. I will normal summon a Wire Wing, which will trigger Union Hanger.
Alright.
With the Wire Wing... you have something?
I think you're good.
Okay. I think we will just give it the ASL core here.
Mm-hmm.
I will then activate a second Union Hanger.
Gotcha.
If I can put it into like... there we go. Okay. You can add a Union, we will add... Them having no monsters makes this like way more like annoyingly complicated than it really deserves to be.
Uh...
Yeah, I think we're gonna be here because I'm sick of thinking. Okay. Yeah, we just renormal summon the wrong way. Oh well. That is our mistake to bear.
Right. Oh, that's a draw, I suppose. Let's start by activating Magnetic Field. I control a level 4 or lower Earth Rock monster, so I get to pop back out Gamma.
Seems good.
Gamma will special summon out. Yep, I really am on him. The one, the only, Beta the Magnet Warrior.
Yo.
Honestly, my favorite, I think, of like the Magnet Warriors, like design wise, I love how he looks.
Beta is fantastic. I'm a Beta fan.
And then we will normal summon Delta the Magnet Warrior.
Yeah, also Duel Links Classic.
Delta will then send. Beta the Electromagnetic Warrior. And now we're gonna. Oh, it should be in main phase 1, but now we're gonna make one of my pack cards.
Okay, that's not what I expected this to go.
I'm going to. Sadly, I fucked up the zone. did want to keep you around. Actually, is that right? Let me think. It actually might just be more attack in general if I... Yeah, I think that is actually... Sorry, Mrs. Radiant, but you need to die. You are, like, material, not Delta. So I can put my Saryuya in the right zone.
Yeah, that's most certainly a card.
My format Saryuya. I was like, when I saw I got a link 4 in my packs, I was like, thank God. Because I usually I want to make Appaloosa and TCG, but
Yeah.
Saryuya's fine. Because now I can go by banishing the beta, the alpha, and the gamma. Use the second normal summon of Saryuya for one of my other stretch out pack fillers, the one, the only giant rat.
Yeah.
How big is Catapult?
Just
Does he get
13.
an attack with... Alright, I will attack with my 17 giant rat.
So I'll take... It's 17, you said?
Yes, because Saryuya boosts by 300, because it's pointing.
Alright, so I'll take 4. I'll do this. I'll add the Y of the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then... Because they were... So they don't get the boost from Saryuya, so it's just 16.
Take 3.
33.
33 and 28. Living on a prayer. Okay. I cannot do anything against that. Oh, that's not the right button. Oh, I put on best of one on accident. Oops.
Oh, well, I did around it.
I think I still go first. I would have been fine if I didn't misplay, I think.
You probably would have been fine. And that was definitely not a thing I could have done in turn 1. There was no hand where I could do that turn 1. Even then, that still wasn't lethal.
I say that because we opened the Union Hanger.
Mm-hmm.
We will add B to hand, I think. Well, normal summon B, and then Union Hanger will trigger.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give it C. So now it's unaffected by your trap effects. All those trap cards you have.
Hey, I might have one. You don't know.
True.
Delta the Magnet Warrior.
Yep.
Delta will bin... We'll put Beta in the grave.
Alright.
We will activate Magnetic Field.
Got it again, yep.
To res the Beta and add to hand. We'll add... we'll add Alpha to hand? Yes. No, not special summon. To hand. It's not that good. However, this card is. I will activate Magnet Induction.
Okay.
I will special summon a different name Magnet Warrior from the deck. So I will summon out Gamma. Gamma will summon the Alpha.
Yeah.
Alpha Search.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the only way they can do the conga line without outside support, and I happen to open it. You have to have both spells plus one of the 2 ways to entomb. It's not impossible, but you have to open 3 specific cards with very little wiggle room. We will add Berserkion to hand.
Yep.
Link off.
Yep.
Into Saryuya.
Seems good.
We will special summon Berserkion in the Saryuya zone by banishing out the boys. See ya, boys. I'll also banish the Delta Engraved to pop Pira equipped card.
Yeah. So that'll explode, and then to intercept the field of graveyard, I can special summon a Union from my hand. I will special summon the ASL core, which will also trigger Union Carrier.
Mm-hmm.
And I will...
It's so sad that I have an extra normal summon and I can't use it. Did you have anything else, or?
I'm putting the...
right.
I'm just trying to figure out the best one.
Yeah. I was like, I'll just pop your shenanigans now, just so I don't have to think about it in battle phase. Just like I just see everything on board.
I'll drop a Z. Alright.
So it's got how much defense? 800?
Yeah.
Okay. That is just enough, actually, for me to not actually use the normal summon after all. Because I was like, I have a guy who, with Saryuya, would be at 800. So, good play. Instead, I have to just go... My 33 Berserkion will go here.
Okay, so 33, that's 15, 16, 18. And then... B trigger, actually, I'll search.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually messed up, I think, but it's fine. I've done plenty this turn. I can't nitpick myself. On missequencing combat slightly.
There's my C. We'll put C to hand.
Okie dokie. I will then attack the A Assault Core.
I will kill the metal tank to keep it protected.
Main 2. I will set a card.
Alright. Stand by main.
You said I don't have any trap cards. Do you think that's true still?
Excellent question. Is that I want to play the normal monster, but it doesn't accomplish anything. Because Union Carrier is stupid. Why they can't just say Light Machine, I don't know. Normal summon Wyvern, Union Hanger will trigger. We will get the B. Banish the squad. For the homie. Okay. And I will swing over Saryuya.
I will activate my trap card, Magnet Conversion. It doesn't do anything right now. It's up to, but it has a graveyard effect I want next turn. So I will choose 0 as my target's engrave, just to get it engraved.
So
I take 2, right?
Yeah. Okay. I will end the turn.
But magnets do have 1 trap card. It's not very good unless you're playing pure. And hey.
There you go.
Also, is Saryuya's boost staying around after Saryuya? Because if a monster is normal or special to the zone, this points to... Cool. So he's still at 33. I will banish Magnet Conversion from my graveyard to summon a Magnet Warrior from my banish.
Yep.
We'll summon Beta.
Beta's back.
Beta would then add a Magnet Warrior from deck to hand. We'll add... Is there a way I can do this the way I want to? Maybe. Probably not. Yeah, no, there's not. There's absolutely not. Oh, well. I was shooting for the stars anyways. But what can I do? We will add Epsilon to hand. Our normal summon will be not quite at the bottom of the barrel, but we're getting there with Doki Doki.
Yeah.
Oh, the stretches of I got to 32 cards with magnets. I was like, the most fair generic rock things I can get that aren't my Adamancipators, because oh, how I wanted them. We will discard that Epsilon to summon a Delta. Delta will send a... He's gonna send Gamma the Magnet Warrior so I don't draw him.
Very fair.
I threw in one of each of the OGs just in case I hard draw the Valkyrion, and it goes that far. We'll banish the Saryuya, special summon Gigantes.
Yeah.
And get rid of this tiny Doki Doki, and the smallest Magnet Warrior for Mrs. Radiant.
Yeah.
Battle phase.
Yep.
Berserkion is a 38. I was like, maybe I should have started popping, but I kind of want to keep guys in graveyard in case, just for follow-up at this point. Like, in case this turn goes badly, I don't want to just get rid of everything in my graveyard. So I should maybe let them stick around.
I will tribute the ABC to bring the three dudes back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll trigger Union Carrier. We will put out the... And we'll say we'll put it on... Yeah, we'll put it on B. And then continue.
Alright. And... So I guess we'll go... Radiant in. The first one just gets soaked up. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Then...
Actually, wait. It's getting... Mrs. Radiant can't beat over it because it's getting boosted by 600.
Oh, right. Okay, that's fine. In that case...
So it's 24.
Gigantes would be the first attack then. Right, yeah.
Yeah, that would
Actually, no, he also took... Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that happens.
And then Radiant will go in.
That will die. Effect will proc. I'll add a Union to hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think just the W. Yeah, we're at W. Okay.
We will go Berserkion into Wyvern.
So Wyvern dies. I can special summon Union from my hand. I'll choose the Y Dragon Head.
Mm-hmm. And then last attacker. I'll let you keep Y Dragon Head. I'll kill the ASL.
Okay, so A dies. I'll get a Union to hand. I'll opt for the Z.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, that's all of my attacks. So... Actually, no, main two... no, that's fine, yeah. I'm not going to banish anything. Yeah, no. For a second, I was like, oh wait, I can banish Doki Doki. No, I can't. Only Magnet Warriors are able to be banished with Berserkion. And I want to keep all of those in there for the time being.
Like, I'm like one summon away from being able to do something. It's kind of my problem here. The normal monsters are actually a very big pain in the ass for trying to get everything needed. Because I can make a fusion. Problem is, it doesn't do anything. This deck needs like 5 normal summons. I forget if double summon was in the pack, but if it is, it actually would have been very helpful.
I think it is. If not, it's definitely a good card for the packs. I think it is.
I want to say it's in there, yeah.
I feel like at least one of us have double summoned before on this show.
I'm fairly certain the packs. Fuck. It's like so like irritatingly close to being able to make the big bungus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Maybe this does something. I'll normal summon Metal Tank, Union Kangable Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Oh shit! I'm out of the ABCs. That's fine. No, it's not. Is it? I haven't. I am out of the ABCs. That's not good. Well, I guess I'm the only one that's really relevant because W does nothing. Yeah, he's the only one really worth putting out there. We will contact Fuse for the YZ.
Mm-hmm.
ASL Cold will bring B back. This does not do anything because it's just a normal minute crossout. Combat, I can beat over Mrs. Radiant.
Yeah, that's good. I'll take 2.
Sounds right.
You've hit for 2 every attack this game.
Oh, I did not mean to add B. That's not the right one. I thought this was C.
You're good.
In case they somehow live another turn. Yep.
Alright. We will use Magnetic Field.
Yep.
To summon out Beta from the graveyard, I mean.
Yep.
Beta will add... Oh, that's funny. I'm out of zones. I guess that means we should add... No, damn, that's funny. Which is the highest attack? Probably...
Yeah, I think this game is over.
We will add to hand the normal and alpha, and then we will Berserkion banish the gamma to pop.
Yeah, I'm Omega dead.
Yeah.
I had the X and A on this though. It's just like I want to normal summon it to make the fusions, but then I can't. Mm-hmm. There's no follow up whatsoever.
Yeah.
And because I had the ABC, I didn't use the effect because in deck building I said I wouldn't use it because it'd be too powerful because it's a different archetype. I was just playing as a means to the end to try to make the A to Z buster. That's why I was playing that card.
Understandable.
So I was like, I could use the effect, but that just doesn't seem fair because this is ABC is XYZ, but A to Z was too funny to not at least try to make.
Understandable. I completely agree with that.
When I was looking at deck list, I now understand why people are playing like 3 unexpected die because not having the normal is terrible, and all like the fusions need it. Like the XY needs it, the XYZ needs it, the VW XYZ needs it, the VW needs it. ABC is the only one that doesn't need a normal monster.
Both of our archetypes are both built around like these bad old normal monsters that want to come together.
Yeah.
But my archetype has just retrained them into these new guys that just ignore the normal monsters, and I could have just not run them if I didn't have to fill space. Meanwhile, for you, they're very integral for your game plan.
Yeah, like you need them, and like even the ABCs, because they're still technically ABCs. Like they're Union support generically, so I ran 2 of each, but. It's like I had Cyberjaw Axie, which actually would have been very nice because I got to play 2 of them, and I had 2 Monster Reborns that I never saw. Both would have been super nice to actually see, but alas.
Yeah, it's just like Berserkion is very dumb, and he's not hard to get to if you can just get into electromagnet lines. And it's in this series, like he's kind of enough for some matchups. Those pack cards I was talking about, they were, I had Ash Blossom, Stoker, and I was very torn. I almost ran Cowboy. It didn't come up, so I was correct to not run it. But I was like very torn on, do I run Cal? I also had reasoning, which I was like, oh, do you name 3 or 4? Woohoo!
Yeah, it's not bad. Well, that was episode 31. Another blowout episode. We get these every now and again. I did not ever feel confident going in. I
Yeah,
think
you just made the mistake of giving me a deck I found funny, so I just started actually learning how to play it. This was the only time I prepped for a match, just because like I happened to like the deck how it plays in TCG now.
when I gave you the archetype, I kind of forgot about the retrains. I was just like, oh, we're just all both going to be trying to desperately get to the named monsters, and I kind of forgot they can actually do things.
Yeah. The electromagnets are like honestly pretty good. Like I see people running gadgets all the time. I put them like on like as bad as gadgets. You know, if you're gonna play gadgets, you could run these guys.
Well, that's how they won. I'm back on the loser wheel yet again. Jules gets her extra pack. Hopefully, we'll see if another blowout or we're gonna have a closer match next one. Next episode, we're probably gonna have a pretty significantly bigger wheel. We'll see how that turns out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good one.